Hello everybody, so this is an unscripted video. I'm going to be talking about a project I'm working on in the back end, and this is going to be something everyone's going to have access to if they're interested. So those who know me know that I'm big into tabletop gaming and Digimon. Those are kind of two of my favorite things to enjoy, and those on Blue Sky, those in the Discord, even sometimes on stream I've talked about it. So I am currently developing a Digimon tabletop, just kind of a free project that I'm going to release to the world and let whoever wants to play it. Now, I'll be making no money off this. This is just literally I'm going to throw a Google Drive link out and whoever wants it can have it. The game is quite simple. It's a little bit rules light. It just uses exploding d8s for determining success versus failure on rolls, as well as adding modifiers based off of your attributes and such. You take control of a tamer and a Digimon as you navigate through whatever story the GM may throw your way. Now, the book is going to just be lore stuff. Or rule stuff, sorry. There's no lore really in the book except for a brief explanation of, like, what are Digimon in less than a paragraph. And other than that, it's a lot of how to play, how to use these rules, what this item might be, what that does. The book itself, as you can see behind me a little bit, is 20 pages of just some rules and such, and that's just where it stands now. I did avoid using a lot of pictures. The only picture in here is one that I had drawn on stream, because I don't want to make it something that if Bandai is unhappy with, they could come after me. I'm sure I could use pictures of the property, but I am going to avoid that for the sake of making sure that this can't be stricken down easily. So the book is going to look a little bit plain, but it is very heavily focused on rules and such, and the book is only 20 pages as it stands. Literally, as I've been coming up with the rules that I think need to be expanded on and such, it has been getting longer. The book was only 18 pages yesterday, and I thought I was done at that point. So, by the time I release it, who knows how many pages it'll actually be. And in addition to the book, we also have what I call the Digimon Lines sheet. This is a Google Sheets doc that has all of the Digimon that have attributes and stats in the game. The blue ones are all the ones that I've currently got rules set out for. These have their evolution lines planned out somewhat. At least if it's blue, it's been linked to other Digimon. If it's down here where the text is black, these are the ones that I'm still working on adding to the game. All of the rules for how these Digimon work and how to utilize this are going to be on the PDF. So when you do, get access to this link, it is going to need both the PDF and this to be able to be used. Now, I am still working on a lot of stuff with this game. I want to play test it a little bit before I release it. I want to make sure that there's nothing that, another few sets of eyes might catch that I might miss. I'm putting a lot of love into this as much as I can, because these are both things that are very important to me. I don't know when I'll be able to do an actual, hey, here's the link. I'm gonna try and get it done as soon as I can, but I don't want to rush the project. I want to make sure that it's something I'm happy with before I send it out to everyone. I know some people have been curious about how it plays, what you do with it, how does Digivolution work in it, how does GMing work with it, and all of that I plan on exploring throughout the book. I also plan on possibly doing a small little live play, just like one session with some friends, if I can get everything set up for that. Now, I just really quickly want to give a bit of explanation to it. The game is framed initially to work in vein of Digimon World 1, where the Digimon do not revert naturally. Um, I have an optional rule for an age system. However, I call it an optional rule because I don't want players to naturally have to deal with their Digimon aging. Um, I also do have optional rules for what I call the Digi-Destined rule. That's where, if you have an Agumon and it goes up to a Greymon, it's only a Greymon temporarily. It will revert back down to Agumon, and like you can re-Digivolve. I've got rules for that. I've got rules for biomerging or matrix evolution if you're from the States. I've got rules for warp digivolving in there. I've got items. The Digivice, as going off the name being Digimon Tamers, is the D-Arc. It is my favorite of the Digivice, and maybe one day I'll talk a lot about it. But for context, that is the Digivice that lets you swipe the cards, which is a feature that I'm using to also justify how the items would work, so that you don't have to worry about being right next to your Digimon when using an item. This is all stuff that I've thought out. I've got rules for, foraging for food, as I said, Digivolution, reverting to Digitama, Dark Digivolutions, Junk Evolutions, just about everything I can think of has rules within this system. Now, I had mentioned that it is a 2d8 exploding 8 system. However, there is also a system I love called the Bane and the Boon system. If I could come up with a better name for this, I would. Basically, for every boon, you'll get an additional d8, and for every bane, you'll get one less d8. It's a nice, simple system, keeps things nice and easy. There's tamer skills that are available, so that your tamer does have things they can do to contribute. You will be in control of your own Digimon. It's not as Digimon World, where the game master is going to just let the combats play out on their own. I think it'll be a fun system, and I'm really excited to share it with everyone. I just really want to make sure that it is something I can be proud of, and that you all would really enjoy. So with that in mind, I'm gonna keep working on it, and if I'm able to do the live play that I was talking about, I will gladly release that so that everyone's able to see it. And ultimately, I'm just so excited to do this and share this with everybody. As I've said, this is something very important to me. I'm a huge Digimon fan, a huge tabletop RPG fan, so I very much am excited to have something to share with everybody that brings the two of those together. Let me know down below if you're excited. I know you didn't really get a chance to see all of the Digimon available on the sheet, but if there were any that you know for a fact you might not have seen, let me know, and I can always see about adding it at a later date. But for now, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for your patience and for hyping this up. I do hope everyone is excited for this to be released at some point, and I will have it as soon as I am happy with it for you all to have. So with that in mind, I will see you all in the next video. Remember, I am live on Twitch and YouTube all but Monday and Wednesday, and I always welcome discussion of tabletop Digimon, or just, how your general day has been. With that in mind, thank you so much, and goodbye.